So hello and welcome to today's webinar presentation. We're just getting set up here, so just get yourselves situated, get yourselves in a nice quiet place. This is the Marketing Your Business for this holiday season webinar hosted by the SBDC. This is an interactive webinar presentation. I like to call it a workshop. So at any point in this webinar, you can feel free to ask a question. If you have anything that you want to get specifications about, just feel free to chat, or you can raise your hand on Zoom. That will allow me to call on you and you can ask your questions. So this is the Marketing Your Business for the holiday season. I'm your host, Christian Shaw. I've been an SBDC marketing consultant for the past 5 years now, going on 6 years. So it's been a while, and I've been teaching small business owners, local business owners like yourselves from all types of different industries, e-commerce, service-based, restaurants, you name it. So this is today's agenda. Here's what we'll be covering for today. If you have ever been to one of my webinars or seminars in the past, you know that I'm very action-oriented. I like to give you the best return on investment for your time here. This is what we'll be covering today. I hope everybody here is, aware of this agenda. So we'll be helping you set up your online store. So this is really intended for marketing your e-commerce business. This is really based, or really specific knowledge based for product-based businesses. You can do this if you have a service-based, local service businesses as well. But this is geared more towards and focused more on product-based e-commerce businesses. And we'll have more webinars in the future about service-based businesses. But this one's going to be really heavily focused on products. So we're going to be setting up your online store. Number 2, craft your holiday offer. And then we're going to be talking about how to launch your ads. And we're going to be showing you some free or paid methods. So free if you want to save money and save cost, and paid methods if you want to give that extra acceleration and go a little bit faster. This is what we're going to be going over for today. And yeah, before we start, just want to make sure everybody's in a quiet space. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Take out your notes. Be very present on today's information. I know the holidays are right around the corner, so I want to get this information to you guys as soon as possible so that you can be ready to take advantage of the holiday season. Okay, so first I want to jump in and I want to get to know a little bit more about you all today. This will help me tailor this webinar presentation more towards your businesses. Instead of me talking in general terms, I can talk specifically to your industry. So what sort of products do you currently sell in your business? And you can chat with me on the chat here, or you can raise your hand and talk straight to me. I can see, a few people, Geraldine. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Saeed, Natalia, Anwar, Abhay. What products do you guys sell? Clothing store. What else? What else do you guys sell? And be as specific as possible here, guys. What type of products? What type of, in clothing, for example, what is your main, what type of clothing? What type of clothing do you sell? One-to-one tutoring services. Okay. In person, online. That's awesome, Anwar. Natalia, more service-based, but CPR, AED, and first aid classes. Okay, interesting. What is AED, out of curiosity? And Abhay, you sell accounting and bookkeeping services. Interesting. Okay, so more service-based businesses on this call than I expected, but that's fine. We can roll with the punches here. Okay, question number 2. What kind of people purchase your products? Is it middle-aged men? Is it young adults? Is it men age, 30 to 40, senior citizens? What kind of people purchase your products? Parents. The more specific that we can be here, the better the rest of this presentation will be. Again, this is a workshop, interactive. We'll be going over creating ads for your business. So I want to be really specific here. What kind of people purchase your products? And you'll kind of see where I'm going with these questions. We're starting to build a roadmap of how we're going to find your target customer, your customer avatar. So all these questions build onto each other. This is the last question here. So now this question is a little bit more in depth. Why do they buy your products? So if we know what products we sell, what kind of people purchase our products, and why they buy our products, we can start to craft some really captivating and engaging advertisement campaigns. And we'll give you a hint here as well. It's either to move towards some pleasure, like getting a better grade on a test, getting into a better college or university, looking better through nice clothing, or it's to go away from pain. Those are really the two fundamental human motivations. Moving towards pleasure, I want to get stronger, fitter, more beautiful, better, or I want to move away from some pain that I'm dealing with. My arm was hurting the other day, or my hip. Yeah, my hip was hurting the other day. And I was like, darn, I need to go to a chiropractor. That's me moving away from pain. Why do they buy your products? And we can start to brainstorm a little bit here. This is a question we constantly want to be asking ourselves as business owners and operators. Understanding why our customers buy from us is an essential part of creating these marketing campaigns. But let's first look at the data. This is very important for me because marketing, as you guys know, is very complex. There's a lot of different, it's very creative. It's very artsy. I like to bring it down to real life and look at the numbers and the data. So this is a report, a 2023 report by Deloitte, and they were looking at holiday sales trends over the past few years. So as you can see on this graph, 2023, this year, we're going to hit our first year that we're surpassing pre-pandemic levels. We're exceeding the pre-pandemic levels for the first time in the past 4 years, which basically means more people are spending this holiday than in the past 4 years. And we're going to have like an average of $1,600 spent, I think, per person or per family or something. Here's another little key highlight statistic that I took from this report. 66% of holiday shoppers plan to shop during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday week, relying on promotional events to stave off inflation. So this is a key point. Inflation, what's going on in the economy right now. People are looking for a bargain. People are looking to make most people, 66%, are looking to make their purchasing decision for this holiday season during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday week. So this is going to be the week that we focus our efforts on and get the most bang for our buck. One more key statistic I want you all to see is this. So these numbers are in billions. All right. 5.5 billion will be spent on Thanksgiving Day, 9.81 billion on Black Friday, 5 billion on Small Business Saturday, 5 billion on Cyber Sunday. I didn't even know there was a Cyber Sunday, and 11 billion on Cyber Monday. Okay. So the pie, the market share is vast. It's huge. And what we're going to be discussing today on today's presentation is how we can carve a space of that market share and be able to promote our businesses, our products and services, and take a piece of this massive market share that's happening in the course of this month. This is kind of like a visual representation of how we can think about what's yet to come, this flood of essentially buyers and shoppers who are looking to spend money, billions and billions of dollars over this course of this week. People are going to be spending. You can think of it like a flood of water coming to you. And what do you want to do at this moment? You want to get your buckets prepared. So that's what we're doing today. We're getting our buckets ready. So we're going to be designing our bucket, aka our online store. I just have to remember some people here are not product business owners. So take this with a grain of salt, but essentially every business needs some kind of an online storefront. It can be a website. It can be a social media page. It can be an Amazon listing, a Pinterest, an Instagram. And this is where the free and paid methods come in. Okay. You don't have to pay for an expensive website these days. You can, if you want to go faster, you can create a Shopify or buy a Squarespace or a WordPress. There's a bunch of online website makers that are low cost that you can use. Squarespace is great. It's very simple to use, very low cost. But again, if you want to do this for free, there's free mediums out here as well. Facebook, for 99% of the businesses out there, whether it's service-based or product-based, I'd highly recommend Facebook. Facebook is going to be your place. Facebook is going to be the place for 99% of you who want to advertise and promote your stuff to be on Facebook first. Okay. If you have a very visual based store, like a clothing store, I would also recommend Pinterest or Instagram. And of course, if you're product based, you definitely want to look at Amazon, Google Shopping. Shopify is more if you want to pay for a website. But if you want to do a free method, highly recommend Facebook. Okay. Let me just stop right now before I move on to the next thing. Does anybody have any questions about developing or designing your online storefront for your product or service-based business? Does anybody have any experience with any of these platforms that they want to get some insight or clarity on? Does anybody need help picking or choosing which is going to be the best for your business? Let's see in the comments.
So I have a Shopify website right now. So my clothing line is basically geared towards my podcast. So it's almost like a merchandise line. So I sell t-shirts, hoodies, and different things like that. But I'm not really liking Shopify.
Yeah,
Some of the clothing that I receive is either too small, too big. It's something wrong with it. So I'm trying to move away from that.
gotcha. Are you looking to move away from it? So you want what about Shopify is something you don't like, or yeah, what are you looking to move away from there?
So it's pretty much the clothing that I don't like. The vendors that they deal with are
Hmm.
not always the best. And I personally would like to do everything myself
Okay.
um for my business, but I'm still working on finding wholesale vendors that supply t-shirts and making my own. I mean, I already make the print that goes on the shirt, but actually getting it printed in bulk, like things like that. I would rather just sell everything myself,
Yeah,
but that's where my dilemma is because they print and ship for you. So,
gotcha. Have you considered just throwing up a Facebook or like an Instagram page where people can shop directly and purchase directly off of there, or even Pinterest?
no, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's
I guess
really
that's why I'm here today.
Yeah, totally. Thank you for your question, Kelly. I appreciate this, and I think this will be helpful for everybody. Shopify is great. Creating your whole website, it can be expensive because you basically have to create something from scratch, and it costs money to pay for the Shopify, the designers, the developers to get the website ready. There's these other avenues and platforms that you can do this absolutely for free, and you can do 90% of what a website can do right on these platforms. So you can put your payment links, you can have people directly, purchase right there, and you can even promote this on your podcast or however you promote your business. And you can tell them, just go to our business, go to our Instagram or go to our Facebook. So Facebook and Instagram Shop is an online storefront where people can browse, explore, and purchase your products directly on here. Anyways, I can share these links as well with you all. Instagram does the same, which is a really good place. So for clothing specifically, I would start with Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook. When I say Instagram, I mean Facebook and Instagram, like they're owned by the same company. So I kind of think of them as the same. And if you create a Facebook, you basically have an Instagram already. So I think they're like connected somehow. Hey guys, Christian here from Shot Digital. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you're enjoying it so far. I just wanted to let you guys know that I've opened up my marketing consultation calendar for all of you who are watching this for a special consultation call. It's free of charge. It's 1 hour. It's for the next 10 people this month who want to sign up to get a free marketing audit, free consultation. I can walk you through your business. I've been doing this for the past 7 years. We're marketing experts here at Shot Digital, so this is what we do every day and every night. And so if you want a marketing consultation with me, just schedule a link, click the link down below to schedule a consultation call with me, and we can get on the phone, get on a Zoom, learn more about your business, and see how we can build a custom marketing game plan to grow your business in 2024. All right, now back to the video. Anyways, the next discussion I want to get into is mapping out your customer avatar. And if you've been on webinars with me in the past, you know that I harp on this. It's very important. It's vitally important that we know this and to know it like the back of our hands, because going back to the bucket example, I'm going to use this analogy. I'm going to stretch this analogy even more. There's so many fish in the sea, right? There's plenty of fish in the sea, different shapes and sizes, and we want to be very targeted with our approach so that we can find exactly who we're looking for, our target customer avatar. And then once we find that target customer avatar, we can start to fish in bulk, essentially. That's essentially what we're doing with our advertising. We're creating nets specifically for our customer avatar and weeding out the people who are tire kickers, just people who are just shopping around that never purchase from you. So the first way we do that is by listing out exactly who we want to target based on our prior years of business, years of experience. You'll get this presentation in the notes as well, but let's just quickly jot down in our notes here, who exactly is our customer avatar? What's their age? What's their gender, their ethnicity, their marital status, the number or age of their children, where they're located, their occupation, their job, annual income, level of education. All this information helps in the way that we talk to our customers and speak to them. And then most importantly here is, what are their challenges or their pain points? Like, why are they buying your product now? The challenges could be, making more money. They want to get over some pain or addiction or disease. So as we jot down this customer avatar, we can start to take note of exactly who they are, what they're dealing with, what challenges that they're currently dealing with, and we can start to think about what their objections are to taking action. Most people, they experience all these pain points and they don't do anything about it. You've probably been aware of this in your sales presentations or sales calls in your business. A lot of people, they have the pain points, they need your service, but something is just right there for them that they can't take the action to make the decision and go with your product. What are those objections? So the more that we can list them out and think back, think back on your conversations with your previous customers. I'm big on data. Everything that we do here is based entirely on data. So when we create these advertising campaigns, we're not creating what we feel like will be the best ad. We're creating what our customers are telling us are the best ads. So in order to find the target customer, we have to use the right hooks or the right fishing lures. I'm not a big fisher. I just like this analogy a lot. We basically have to figure out who exactly our target customer is and then figure out what's the best kind of hook to use for our ads. Here's a quick little side note that I want to put in to improve your online shopping experience for your customers. So think about, what is it? Over 70% of people use their mobile devices instead of a desktop computer. So we want to make sure that all of our pictures, imagery, captions, text are mobile friendly. We want to make sure that we have a fast website. If you're using social media like Facebook or Instagram, this is already done for you. Facebook and Instagram are super fast. Pinterest is already, super fast, so we don't have to worry about that. How many clicks does it take for your customer to buy? So this is all thinking about the customer experience. We want to make it as easy as possible for our customers to buy from us. This is a rule that I learned at the beginning when I first started in marketing. Make it as easy as possible for your customers to buy from you. Which payment methods do you accept? Again, make it as easy as possible, right? So if you accept PayPal, Apple Pay, all the major US credit cards, if you allow more options, more people will purchase because people use different payment methods. And then what are your bonuses, promotions, or incentives, especially for this holiday season? Everybody wants a bargain. Everybody wants a deal. Everybody wants, a special promotion. So the more that you can incentivize, the better it's going to be. And I just want to look at a real life example. This is something I purchased last year. So this is what is it? It's a blue light blocking glasses. So when I usually work late at night and then I can't get to bed and I have terrible sleep and I'm super tired the next day. I saw this ad come up. I was like, wow, this is exactly what I need. So it basically, what does it do? It just blocks the screen, the light from the screen, so you can get to bed on time. And I saw this and I was like, wow, this is a really great deal. Let's break down why this works so well, and let's create our irresistible offer using the following tactics or techniques here. So Alex Ramosi, one of my favorite marketers of all time, he wrote this book called $100 Million Offers. And what he was saying in this book was basically make an offer so good that people would feel stupid saying no. So you want to make it as easy as possible for them to buy, and you want to make the offer as irresistible as possible. It's basically a no-brainer. So the way that we do that is through bonuses, guarantees, scarcity, ethical scarcity, ethical urgency, and naming. Okay, so I'm going to break it down, each one of these, and then we can go over any questions that we may have about this strategy. Okay, so what do bonuses look like? Basically, it's something that they get when they purchase the core fundamental product. So buy a tube of toothpaste, get a free toothbrush. Okay, guarantees, I guarantee you will have 100% satisfaction with this product, or else you can refund it 3 days, money back guaranteed. Scarcity is something like you only have X number left in stock, and we can get into how to do this ethically. Okay. Urgency, sale ends on November 29th, 11:59 p.m. And naming, anti-blue light glasses for professionals. That's what got me. I was like, wow, I'm a professional and I want, to sleep better. So I'm going to get these blue light glasses, right? So they're pretty straightforward, and we can start to think about how we can organize this for ourselves in our own business. So what bonuses, what guarantees, what scarcity can we use? You don't have to use every single one, but the more that you do use in your advertising, the more irresistible it'll make the offer. So something like scarcity. Yeah, so everybody can do scarcity in an ethical way, because you only have the capacity to do, you don't have infinite capacity. You only have X number of products left in stock. You only have a certain number of products left in stock. Or if you're a service-based business, you can't take on an infinite amount of clients or services for the CPR or for the tutoring services. So you can say, only taking on 10 appointments this month, only taking on, 5 appointments this week. That's the way to use scarcity and ethical scarcity and urgency in order to get people to take action. Because a lot of times people don't want to make decisions. People have decision fatigue. There's a lot of decisions to make constantly about everything, work and personal life. So if you can just make it easy for them to make a choice and make a decision, oh, the sale's ending tonight, I'm going to make a decision right now. That's what we want to do here. When in doubt, use ChatGPT. So I'm going to show you, if you don't know already, a very cool little tool. It's called ChatGPT. Everybody definitely write this down if you don't know this already. This is an artificial intelligence. Okay, so it's an AI tool. It's basically like a smarter version of Google. So you can type in, you're a professional copywriter, make an offer for vegan toothpaste using the following framework: bonuses, guarantees, scarcity, urgency, naming. And then it'll spit out bonuses, guarantees, scarcity, urgency, and naming right there for you. So let's see if we do something like, you're a professional copywriter, make an offer for tutoring services using the following framework. And then quickly, it'll spit out exactly what your irresistible offer can look like. So elevate your learning with personalized tutoring services, bonuses, free initial assessment to tailor your tutoring plan, complimentary studying materials and resources, access to our exclusive student support community. So this is great, right? This is not, you don't have to use this verbatim, but this is to get your kind of like your juices flowing, to get your ideas and to think about what can you offer? What can you offer as a bonus? What guarantees can you do? If you're not completely satisfied with your first lesson, we'll offer a free refund. you can do that, right? And that's a way to get more people in the door. Scarcity, we only have limited spots for our tutoring services this semester. Urgency, and then naming. I highly suggest to use this tool. It's a free tool that you can sign up for. You just need an email address. Just go to chat.openai.com, and then you can start to use, you can basically use this for anything. Write a Facebook ad for my clothing store. And the more specific you are, the better it's going to work. But again, this will start to give you some ideas on how to formulate your promotional ads. All right, so now we're going to move into the final stage of the presentation, launching your Facebook ads. So I put this in parentheses because we're going to go over a Facebook example, but you can use this same framework. You can use the same formula to create ads on Instagram, Pinterest, Google. You can do a podcast advertisement, an email blast, a text message, a direct mail blast. You can use this same framework for any type of ad that you're promoting, or even free social media posts you can think about as ads. But the first thing you want to do is you want to get some creative inspiration. Okay. So what I do whenever I sit down with a new client is I think about what is their industry and what is their competitors currently doing. Pablo Picasso, one of the greatest artists of all time, he said the following: good artists copy, great artists steal. Okay. So we want to be great artists. We want to be great business people. And I say that tongue in cheek. We're not actually stealing, but we want to be mindful of what the competition is doing, because if we see what the competition is doing, I'm going to have to share my screen again. If we see what the competition is doing and how they're selling to the customers that we're selling to, they're basically selling to our customers. There's customers out there, and if they're already doing something that works, then great. No need to reinvent the wheel. So let's go to this handy dandy tool, which is called Facebook Ad Library. So Facebook has an ad library for free of all the ads for any category that you can think of. So let's do clothing. And this is where we want to be specific as well. If it's women's clothing, men's clothing, we can start to see what the top advertisers are doing, and we can see how they position their copy, their ads, how they sell it, what kind of promotions they're doing, 10% off, what kind of bonuses they're doing, guarantees, right? We can see all of this information by going to this ad library. What other businesses do we have here? Accounting and bookkeeping. Okay, so let's try bookkeeping. And we can also see other advertisers by clicking on that. But let's see if we get any bookkeeping ads. Simplify your accounting with this, bookkeeping and property management. Interesting. Yeah, so again, this is another tool, just like ChatGPT, to gain inspiration, to see what people are doing. Oh, this is great. SOS, bookkeeping for my business is feeling me clueless. I don't know where to start. So this woman is targeting solo woman entrepreneurs who need bookkeeping services. And you can clearly see that in her first line of her advertisement right here. And then you can also watch her ad.
Hi, everyone. Kayla Coble from...
Okay, I'm not going to play it right now, but essentially you can see what other advertisers are doing, what they're doing already, spending money on. So you don't have to spend money to see what works. You can just go to this ad library and see what's already working, and then copy or steal or model is a better word, to see, basically use it as a control test. So if you're doing like a split test, or like in advertising or in research rather, they call it the scientific method. So you have a control and then you have a variable, and you always want to split test the variable against the control. So we're basically using the competitors' ads as control ads, because these we already know are successful and they're working really well. And then once we test them, we can try out different variations, use our own twist on things, and try out different ideas based on the control that's already working in the market space. Okay, so here's the tactics. here's how to get free stock photos. Okay. Just use this website. It's called depositphotos.com. I use it all the time. Not so much anymore. I've designers that we can design really nice ads, but essentially you can find pretty much anything that you're looking for. Bookkeeping. Let's try. And then you can get 10 free photos just by signing up with an email. Okay. So it's a little free trial here. You can get 10 free images just to get started off. So we have some, of course, if you're doing clothing, you probably want to use your own clothing pictures in the ads itself. But if you're doing something like, restaurant or tutoring services, you can easily find pictures that are, kind of like that if you don't have pictures for yourself. Okay. All right. This is the good stuff. So this is my favorite part. So everybody always asks me, okay, so I have the pictures. I know what ideas that I want to do for my ads. Now, what do I write? What do I actually say in the video, or what do I write in the ad copy? Ad copy is just another way of saying the words or the text that we see right here. So this one is an ad for the blue light blocking glasses. These blue light blocking glasses actually work. Take 10% off with this code. So how do we actually find the words to write? And this is a simple framework that you can use to write any ad really quickly. It's called the AIDA formula. It stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. And we're going to go through each of them really quickly. Okay. So the first one is the attention. You want to grab the attention, just like this bookkeeper right here. She grabbed my attention by saying, bookkeeping for my business is feeling me clueless. I don't know where to start. Okay. So create something that your target audience can relate to, and they can stop what they're doing and pay attention even if just for a moment. Okay. So that's the first sentence. So it's basically 4 sentences that we want to write in our ads, but this is the first sentence to capture their attention. Next one is interest. We want to appeal to their self-interest of the audience and pull them into the story using interesting facts. Okay. Attention parents of, kids grade through, 1 through 12. Are you interested in getting better grades? Something as simple as that. Okay. Desire. Convince your audience that they want and need and desire what you're offering, and that will help solve a specific problem that they have. Okay. And then finally is action. What action do you want them to take? Usually it's click to our store, sign up for our email newsletter, visit us in person at this location, call us at this number. Whatever action you want them to take, you want to specify that in the ad itself. Okay. Here's a little blurb. How to create the perfect ad. You really don't. There really is no such thing as a perfect ad. Done is better than perfect. Getting this done, getting something situated and putting it out there is going to be better than anything, right? So let your customers decide what the perfect ad looks like. Test, and test again. This is a learning process. And here's some action steps. Okay, so fill out the customer avatar worksheet. Spy on your top competitors on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Google. Sign up for their email newsletter, sign up for their promotions and coupons and everything. See what they're putting out there. Use high quality, commercially free stock photo sites like Deposit Photos. Use the AIDA framework to write your advertisements. Or again, just use ChatGPT, because ChatGPT solves pretty much anything. Use the AIDA framework to write this ad. So there you go. It'll just write it out for you. So action or attention, ready to elevate your style game. This is something I'm interested in myself, so this would probably catch my attention. Interest, are you tired of blending in with the crowd? Desire, explore our captivating collection of trendy and timeless fashion pieces. Action, visit your clothing store and discover the ultimate style upgrades. Just 4 sentences. You can use this in your ads, you can use this in your social media posts. You can use this in your email blasts. You can use this in a podcast. If you're doing the in-podcast, in-stream advertisements, you can just say, break to the commercial and then say attention. If you want to elevate your style game, if you're tired of blending in the crowd, do this. So there are endless ways that you can use this framework, but it's a really helpful framework, especially when you're first starting out. I still use it to this day. Some bonus recommendations that I want to add here. This is highly important for a product-based business as much as for a service-based business. So remarketing campaigns to past customers. What exactly does this mean? It means sending out remarketing campaigns like emails, text messages, handwritten notes, letters, direct mail to your past customers to offer them a loyalty discount to come back for another purchase, asking for a review on social media, asking for a referral for a friend or family member that they know who would also benefit from these services. And the reason why this is so important is because it's anywhere from 6 to 36 times more expensive. This is a Harvard case study, by the way, anywhere from 6 to 36 times more expensive to get a new customer than it is to retain an existing one. So a lot of the times, and I know we're talking about ads in this presentation, but I want to note this as well because it's just as important. It's going to be more expensive and more costly to bring in new customers than it is to remarket to our existing client base. Your client base could be your past customers. It could be people who expressed interests, prospects who expressed interest in your products but never purchased from you. So it could be all these people that you've collected their emails and you've received consent to remarket to them. And you can offer them the opportunity to purchase from you again. It's always easiest to sell to someone after you've already sold to them, right? So we want to ask them for a review, ask them who else do they know, ask them if they're, a lot of times people just forget about us. And if we can remind them, hey, we exist, we offer tutoring services in your area, we offer these services, we're doing the special promotion. And they're like, oh, yeah, I remember I had a conversation with them last year or last month. It'll be that much easier to seal a deal and bring back that past customer. Okay. Another bonus recommendation here is to increase AOV. Okay. So Amazon does this extremely well. Customers who buy X also buy Y. So if you're selling toothpaste, here's a toothbrush. If you're selling tutoring services, you get the idea. You can basically sell them complementary products that they would also need. Books, notebooks, pens, paper, free shipping on orders greater than $50. Yeah, so you want to basically give them the incentive to purchase more because taking out their wallet and putting in their credit card information is tough for people to do. So if they're going to do it, if they're taking that decision and making that action step, there's a high likelihood chance that they will purchase more if they're given the opportunity to do so. So we will always want to incentivize them to purchase more if they're going to purchase anyways, right? So that could turn a $20 order value into a $50 order value if we just say the right words and have the right promotions, like free shipping on orders greater than $50. Okay, that's it for me. I know this is very general. If you guys need any more marketing assistance, I highly encourage you to click the link below, schedule a meeting with me. That's where we can get very hands-on into your business and basically just walk you through the process of creating your ad or reviewing your ads if you're currently running ads already, reviewing what you have set up for your business, reviewing your social media, putting together a social media game plan. And you can use this QR code to scan and book a free SBDC marketing consultation with me.